And I thought, gee, guide dogs, they probably cost as much as a racehorse. I didn't know they were free to the blind. That was the first call I made. I got on the phone and talked to this very nice lady, and she said, well, have you learned O&M skills? O&M skills, what's that? She says, orientation and mobility skills and learning how to walk with a white cane. I said, no, ma'am. She said, do you have retinitis pigmentosa? And I said, yes, how do you know that? She said, because a lot of people that have RP are in denial for a long time until something happens. And I said, something happened. She said, if you live in Orange County, you can call the Braille Institute, and they will train you. Then give me a call back when you have had your skills, when you've gone through your training. So I took a deep breath. The Braille Institute. It was daunting. How scary. What are people going to think? How am I going to look? Walking around with a white cane? People are going to, I don't know. It was just very scary for me. But I knew I needed to be responsible. I knew I couldn't hurt anybody. And I needed to make that second call. I picked up the phone. I called the Braille Institute. They sent me over for interviews. I went to sensory awareness classes that helped me develop and educate my other senses. I sat in classes with Mara Jean Davis, my mentor over here, the counselor, who kept talking about acceptance. Acceptance? Oh my God, I can't accept blindness. I'm going to beat the clock. I'm going to change that word acceptance to adjustment. I'm just going to adjust as I go along. And then Leanne Myers, thank you for coming, Leanne, and being a part of my life and saving me. She came to my house and she started to teach me cane training, to sweep the cane left and right and in front of me so I would not trip over obstacles in the way. Walk to the end of the curb, feel how deep it is, because I was losing my peripheral. I was getting tunnel vision. She taught me how to listen to the traffic so I could cross the street safely. And for 2 months, we worked really hard. And then she said, go ahead and apply for a guide dog. I called the Guide Dogs for the Blind in San Rafael, just north of San Francisco, and said, I'm ready. And they said, we have a class available for you in Oregon at our sister campus, Boring, Oregon. It was not. 28 days I was on the campus of Boring, Oregon. And it was rigorous doggy boot camp. Oh yes, getting up in the morning at 6 o'clock, feeding and relieving my dog, feeding and relieving me, out the door, going through exercises, learning how to trust myself. Trust that I knew everything the Braille Institute taught me. Trust that these dogs that are so highly trained knew what they were doing too. So we could become a team together. On the 27th day, the instructors said, okay, everybody, you're graduating. It's going to be a great day today. Just enjoy yourself. Go to Gresham, shop, go have coffee, come back to the lounge in about an hour. And then an instructor said, or we have a bus that we can put you on, and we'll take you someplace you've never been and drop you off, and you find your way back to the lounge. Yeah, I started to think about that because jokingly, my husband would every once in a while say, honey, I could drop you off right here and you'd never find your way home. I started to raise my hand and said, I'll get on the bus. And I got on the bus with my first guide dog, Lila. And at that time, as I said, I lost my peripheral vision, but I had some central vision. And I was looking out the windows cheating. Is there anything that I can see? Any landmarks? Anything recognizable? And the bus is driving round and round and round, and all of a sudden it stops. The door opens, I get out, and I'm on the sidewalk, and the bus drives away. I take a deep breath, and I'm looking around. This is an industrial area. I've never been here before. Okay, Lila, let's move forward. And the mission of a guide dog is to walk a straight line, stop at the nearest curb, and it's up to me with all my training to say left, right, or move forward. So as I was moving forward at the end of the curb, I saw some railroad tracks. Railroad tracks? I had never exercised over railroad tracks before, and I got scared. And I listened to my left and I listened to my right to see if there was any train coming. Nothing. All right, come on, Lila, let's go. And we got up to the curb and we started walking. All of a sudden, I see a bicycle coming towards me. Sir, 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 please, excuse me. Can you tell me if I'm heading in the right direction of the Guide Dogs for the Blind Lounge? He says, yes, it's over there. I think you know. When you can't see very well, over there doesn't mean anything. I couldn't see where he was pointing. Oh, gosh. Lila, this might be our only help to find our way back. Okay, let's go forward. And we're walking another block, and all of a sudden I hear some water. Oh, my God, water. That's where the residential area is. That's where the guide dog lounge is. I have to find where this water is coming from. Follow the sound source. That's a wonderful cue for me. And we keep walking to the sound source, and there's this woman taking her hose, watering off her porch. Ma'am, please help me. I need to find the guide dog lounge in Gresham. Can you give me directions? Yes, honey, of course. Just walk to the end of the street, turn to your left, go 2 blocks, stop. Turn to your right, cross the street, and you'll be at the lounge. Thank you so much. And I repeated exactly what she told me so I could remember where I was going. Okay, Lila, forward. And we're walking, and we're walking. And in that moment, I just started to cry. And I reached down and hugged my guide dog, Lila. And I said, Lila, we can go anywhere there is in the whole wide world, and we'll be able to find our way home. That was a life-changing moment for me that day. I may have lost my sight, but I have found a purpose to be a messenger for the blind, to be able to give them hope and make sure that they find a life that they love. I'd like to acknowledge and thank my wonderful friends and family that are here today, that got up so early to support and love me. The Braille Institute, God bless you. Guide Dogs for the Blind puppy raisers who hold these puppies in their arms for 1 whole year, socialize them, and get them ready for guide dog school so that they too can be eyes for people like me. My friends that are here with their guide dogs, thank you so much for coming. And my most important partner, Jim, who's been the biggest vehicle in my life. He works so hard in the background to allow me to volunteer. So thank you all so very much, and God bless. There's 10 million children that are growing up blind, adults and young people. There's many clinical trials right now with stem cells and gene therapy. And there is a cure in sight, and we will have fundraisers. We're having this big vision walk at Angel Stadium this year. Yeah. Oh, I'd love you all to be there. The Mayor's Prayer Breakfast team. Wouldn't that be cool?
But what I'd like to really do here, right off the bat, I have the key to the city. And we don't give this out very often. And I have this key to present to Linda Becker.
Oh my goodness. Gosh. Oh my gosh, I cried once. Do I have to cry again?
Well, yes, you have to cry again. But anyway, we don't give this out very often. In fact, it's hard to get these. And thanks to Shalise, our city clerk, she made it possible for us to bring this out. And so we really got to thank Shalise. Where did she go to? She's hiding someplace.
Thank you, Shalise.
But anyway, we got this for you, and you well deserve it. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.